With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series, brought to you by Banner Construction, fires things off for race number 15 in this long season number 3. Round number 2, chase race number 2. Ready to kick off here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. That's right, a little bit of a throwback coming at you. Some big announcements coming from North Wilkesboro Speedway about opening back up this August and October. Write it down, race fans. Racing coming back to North Wilkesboro, starting right here tonight with the Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series qualifying already underway. What do you say we get rid of that track information and throw up some of those qualifying times over there to the left-hand side of your screen? Fast as always, in his Facebook, Custom Paints and Diecast 52 Chevy Silverado Kevin Dick puts it top of the speed charts. Quick time here at North Wilkesboro, 18:57. Still a handful of drivers yet to put in their qualifying times. 11 drivers on the speed charts. Jim Thorndike, Chris Scala, both championship competitors, not laying down their times just yet. And as the music will slowly begin to fade in the background, the time will fade away from the stopwatch here in qualifying. Halfway through this 5-minute session, and we've still got at least 4 drivers to lay down a time lap. Jim Thorndike gets out on the track, but nobody able to dethrone Kevin Dick at the top of the speed charts here. Quick time in qualifying still belongs to that 52 of Kevin Dick. Will he walk away with the U.S. Veterans Pole Award here tonight and put a little bit more money in his back pocket for this season total? He's been in that pole position multiple times so far this season. Can he grab another U.S. Veterans Pole Award here tonight? Kevin Dick still top of the speed charts. Thorndike gonna have to pick up quite a bit on his second time lap. There you can see him just about 1 second off as Chris Scala makes his way to his truck. Scala gonna jump out there and try to lay down a quick time. And Thorndike does improve, but not good enough to dethrone Kevin Dick at the top of the speed charts. Thorndike barely going to break into the top 10. He's going to lay down a 19 flat. Be a little bit off pace. He's going to have to pick up a little bit of speed here for tonight's race. 200 laps scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Stage number 1 will bring the field to a crawl. And lap number 40, lap 100, we will see that second stage caution fly. And we will see who walks away with a little bit more bonus points heading into the last race in round number 2 before we get set to run down and cut the championship into 4 drivers. That's right, 8 drivers vying for a championship. 1 driver already behind the 8 ball. 68 points behind the cutoff line is the 4 of Andrew Mraz, and he is not here in the field here tonight, so he is going to be in a must-win situation heading into next week's race. That's a big hole to put yourself in very early. We spoke about the point standings. We'll get to some of that here in just a moment. Lance Hill going to break inside of the top 10. That's going to push Scala and Thorndike both outside of the top 10. Nobody going to dethrone that 52. The Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Chevy Silverado will walk away with the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. Kevin Dick takes it to the top of the speed charts and snatches another pole. And just like that, we're going to step away from the track for just a brief commercial break. Head down trackside for your national anthem. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular their bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Back track side. No, not racing yet. Oh, driver in the background having some trouble coming to pit road. 5-minute warm-up session. These drivers hit the track once. They were allowed to begin to shake down the trucks for the final time here. Give some last-minute info to their crew chiefs to try to make the trucks a little bit better around this quick, old-school half-mile track. That's right, North Wilkesboro on tap here tonight. 200 laps scheduled in the official race distance. These Blown Piston Racing Truck Series drivers will pound the pavement for one of the final times, and another driver having trouble coming to pit road. Looks like a handful of drivers trying these green flag pit stops and having a little bit of a fail at it, but look for them to dial that in through the course of the rest of this quick little warm-up session. Let's take a look back here at the entry of turn number 3 as we throw some of those championship points up on screen for you. Coming into tonight's race, race number 2, round number 2 here in the championship rundown. Kevinick in that 52, you can see him highlighted in that turn 3 blue right there, is a multiple time visitor to Victory Lane. He's got 7 race wins in his back pocket. Went to Victory Lane last week at Texas, looking to repeat once again. He's been on a back-to-back-to-back tear before getting put to the side, I should say, or one-upped. So when that 52 Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Chevy Silverado gets dialed in, the field better watch out. Kevin Dick leads the point standings. He's well on his way into the final round at Nashville. He is not going to worry about Pocono next week, just trying to get himself in championship form. Anthony Keys right there as well. Keys 10 points ahead of the cutoff line, almost mathematically in and locked in. Chris Scala right there as well. Scala tied up, knotted up with Andrew Moore. Both of those drivers sitting with 30-74 on the points count. And both of those drivers only 2 points, or they are the cutoff drivers right there. You can see AJ Green, Zach Lane, and how about Jim Thorndike? Still within striking distance. Thorndike a little bit on the outside looking in, 40 points behind at this point in time. He's going to need more than likely a race win to get himself into the championship for at Nashville in just 2 short weeks here. So things tonight at North Wilkesboro. It's an old historic throwback track being revitalized, coming back to life. These Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series drivers, presented to you by Banner Construction, will begin the show really August. We will see some grassroots racing once again at North Wilkesboro Speedway, and then they're going to throw some dirt on it, and it's going to be an amazing time at North Wilkesboro Speedway to see this place with dirt covering it in October of 2023. Both races, or the few races I should say, coming up here this season, this year in 2022 at North Wilkesboro Speedway will all be on asphalt. There's going to be multiple different tiers and series. You got to get down, check that out. But first, we're going to check out some great racing action here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway and the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series. You can see some of the battles outside of that Grade 8. The Sweet 16 still holding some battles. What about that one right there? 14th, 15th, knotted up with each other. 551 to 550 in the point standings with just about 30 seconds remaining here in this 5-minute warm-up. We're going to see these drivers called to pit lane, and we will head to the front stretch for the starting lineup here tonight at North Wilkesboro Speedway. 200 laps. These drivers are going to try to separate themselves and walk away with some bonus points. Championship drivers in desperate need of a race win. Jim Thorndike, Zach Halanen, both multiple digits out of that championship for cutoff line, 26 and 40 points back. Both of those drivers on the cusp of being in must-win situations. And a handful of drivers in must-win situations to try to make their way up through the point standings. And that's going to be it. Checkered flag flies on the 5-minute warm-up, and we will get set to go green flag racing once again. Friday night fast times here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with the Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series. And what do you say we get a little closer to the track? What do you say we run down and watch these drivers begin to hit the starting grid? Just a handful of drivers left to get through opening pre-race inspection. And as the bells begin to toll in the background, you know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup here from North Wilkesboro Speedway, snatching the U.S. Veterans Pole Award once again inside that Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast 52. Kevin Dick puts it top of the speed charts, and we'll start inside row number 1 just to his outside, the fast 43 of AJ Green. Andrew Moore, Anthony Keys back in row 2. Row number 3 here tonight, the 15 Drift King, Jacob Drift. followed just to his outside by the 59 of Ryan Nicoletta. Scott Wise, Lance Hill back in row number 4. Row number 5 here tonight, the 45 of Colin Forrester and the 61 of Mark Bruni. 33 of Chris Scala will start inside row number 6 in that 11th starting position with the 13 of Jim Thorndike just to his outside. Back in row number 7, Zach Alanin and Scotty Brown. There's Frank Reese and Curtis Kelly pulling the admin duties here tonight. I do believe that 44 will be just down the hall, making sure everything flows smoothly here tonight on track. So we do appreciate everything behind the scenes there, Curtis. We do appreciate you taking the moment to make sure these drivers have a clean race. And, well, iRacing base car lights are off, so we're going to go green flag racing this time by. We'll get rid of that starting lineup for you. Get ready to go green, because here comes that Chevy Silverado pace car. Music will fade and engines will come to life in the restart box for the first time, and green flag flies here from North Wilkesboro. Kevin Dick off to a good jump. Rest of the field all over him right here. How about that 43 of AJ Green up in the mix? Anthony Keys taking one position away from Andrew Moore, looking to his outside, now digging on the bottom, rooting that 43 up out of the way. There goes the 77 of Andrew Moore, making a pass now on the inside to AJ Green. Going at it, drivers back near the tail end of this field going at it. Look at this little scrum going on. 33 of Chris Scala trying to make his way up through the field after having a little bit of a rough go on the restart. He's dropped at least one position so far here tonight. Fast time of the race now belongs to that 52 of Kevin Dick. Top of the speed charts here. He snatched the New Age Limited Speed Demon Award for the moment. Let's jump back to this battle, still raging on the 43, the 77, 14, all going at it. Lap number 4 on the board. Top 2 drivers seem like they're beginning to settle in a little bit early here, but still side-by-side racing action between the 14 of Anthony Keys. Andrew Moore still digging on the bottom as his Toyota out there catfishing, but I don't think that bottom lane's the way to go. And whoa, we've got our first trouble on track here tonight. The DeKalb Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC caution flag will fly early here tonight on lap number 5. And it looks like, I believe, the 70 Ford F-150 of Scotty Brown may have been involved. Let's check the replay here. See if we can't see what happened with Brown. And catching it a little bit late. Let's go back one more time. And a little bit of contact outside wall, a little bit of contact with that 33 Serve Pro machine. And around he goes, and well, that's going to do it. That's going to bring out the caution flag for the first time here tonight at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Drivers will catch up to the tail end of the pace truck. And we'll slow it down for just a brief moment here. So already under caution for the first time here tonight. Lap number 5 looks like 74 of Zach Lane, and he's elected to bring his machine to pit road. Scotty Brown involved on that on-track incident. He is on pit road as well. Top 13 drivers stay out on track. Kevin Nick, your one and only race leader so far here tonight. No lead changes, one caution flag. We will see the stage 1 caution flag fly on lap number 40, so we've got ourselves quite a little bit of ways to go before we have to worry about that. But how about the man sitting right here in second? Started in second. We didn't have a chance to mention it, but how about the job he's done so far this season in that Scott Air Force Base POWMIA's Council Rookie of the Year standings? AJ Green leads them all. He's got Colin Forrester by 13 points, and right now Forrester outside of your top 5. So again, Green proving he's the rookie to beat, running well early here tonight. Still a very, very long night for these Bone Piston Racing League Truck Series drivers. But will we see AJ Green put himself in a situation to really walk away in that Rookie of the Year standings. If he can walk away with a race win, that should put him in a position to pretty much lock up that Rookie of the Year championship. We'll see if he's going to be able to do that as we get set for the first restart here tonight. Your race leader picks the high side. He wants to get up off of that bottom. Kevin Dick will lead this field back to the green flag. Off of 4 we go, and on the gas, green flag flies as Kevin Dick catches the field sleeping a little. Here comes that 77 once again, Andrew Moore with a battle for that second position, and with the preferred line up at the top of the speedway, looks like Moore will snatch that second spot away from AJ Green, as now Green under fire from the 14 of Anthony Keys. Not going to be able to close the door in time. Green slots up to the high side and takes that third position, ducks down on the bottom of the speedway. We see drivers cutting this corner, diamonding a little bit, entering ultra wide, catching a little bit of the apex, and then shooting right back out to that outside wall. Let's jump around the track just a little bit right behind your race leaders back here with the 45 of Colin Forrester. We spoke about him moments ago, being involved in that Rookie of the Year battle. The Dairy Queen Motorsports driver inside his Chevy Silverado, the 45, moves into 5th now. Was back in 8th, now up to 5th, up 4 positions so far here tonight. And Forrester looking to grab himself some bonus points here. He is your biggest mover of the race so far, snatching that Martin Sports Hard Charger award for the time being. Still a long way to go for that thing to change hands, as we are now on lap number 14 out of the 200 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Battles at the front beginning to stretch out just a little bit. 0.4 of a second advantage for Kevin Dick at the top of the scoring pylon. Walking away with the pole position, and he has led every single lap so far here tonight. Will the 52 pull a clean sweep here from Wilkesboro? We've got some passing going on the track too, almost 3 wide, as the 61 of Marcellus Bruning looks to the inside. Martin doing a heck of a job keeping that Toyota Tundra down on the bottom of the racetrack. He's got a fellow Tundra just to his outside. 39 DoorDash machine of Lance Hill trying to get back into that 7th position, and gonna do so on the high side. You can really see how the momentum pays off here as drivers go to that high side and really begin to slowly make these passes and move away. We'll jump around the track just a little bit, see if we can watch some more of these battles raging on here. For the front stretch and back down into turns 1 and 2 goes this 5 truck. 5 little truck back here, mixing things up towards the tail end of the field. Man, can't ask for more. At such a great historical track. Many of legends have went to victory lane here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Which one of our legends in the league will park it in victory lane with the checkered flag here tonight? Will it be a new championship driver securing their shot at Nashville and getting themselves the race winner? Oh, Scala has trouble, overcorrects in the 33 truck with some trouble. Frank Reese in the 37 gonna catch a piece of this. We caught it a little bit late, but there it is, Chris Scala. And that Serve Pro 33 Chevy Silverado with some trouble here on lap number 21. The DeKalb Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC caution flag flies for the second time here tonight. Do we got that one? They're giving us a thumbs up. Let's go to the drone cam for this. Let's see what happened here with Scala. Everything looks good so far, and looks like the tail end just started to come around a little bit of an overcorrection. Contact with the 13 of Thorndike, contact with the 74, and that 74 absolutely eats that inside wall. Tough break there for Zach Lane, and he's going to catch a piece of the action. So 2 championship contenders caught up and involved in our second caution of the evening. As now the 61 of Bruning, Scala, Helenen all down onto pit road. There you see one driver going up and around the race leader. He's going to get himself back on the lead lap. I believe that's the 70 of Scotty Brown, who's going to grab the YJ Esports lucky dog here tonight. As we are halfway through stage number 1, leading every lap so far here tonight is that 52 of Kevin Dick. You know, race fans, you gotta ask yourself here, if you are that 52, I mean, the race wins right here for the rest of round 2 aren't going to do anything for you as far as points going into the final race for the season championship at Nashville in 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks' time, when we leave the track here tonight from North Wilkesboro, drivers will be vying for a championship trophy and a race win at Nashville Speedway. So, but what do you do? I mean, those race wins aren't going to matter at this point in time. You're already 5 races ahead in the win column this season, 7 wins to his name. Looking for his 8th. Not sure he really needs it, but what he will do, he will force the hands of all of the championship drivers. If he walks away with another race win, that's going to put a handful of drivers in a worse position and spot and have to get to victory lane next week at Pocono Raceway to continue their championship quest. Interesting to see. Race leader chooses the bottom as we come back off of 4. We're going to fire off once again. Kevin Dick goes up through the gears and we're back. Green flag racing here from North Wilkesboro. Tell you what, we're going to go back through the field just a little bit. Let's jump on board now. Let's go on board with that 14 of Anthony Keys running in the 4th position. There you can see just how close these drivers are running to each other. Track surface a little bit bumpy. You can see these trucks moving around just a little bit, flirting with that outside wall. And turn number 3 was the 77 of Andrew Moore, so very close quarters racing right here as we're going to go back and take another look at this field. Overhead right there, right left front camera view here of Colin Forrester sitting in that 5th position. I believe we're looking for this camera though, the Dairy Queen Motorsports driver sporting one of our rear deck lid cameras as you watch the 59 of Ryan Nicoletta trying to make a move down on the bottom of the racetrack. Nicoletta sitting in 6th, looking for a top 5. Drivers beginning to slowly separate themselves. Still some small battles as we get just 10 to go here in stage number 1. Who's going to walk away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics stage 1 win, leading this field, leading every lap so far here tonight. All 30 laps belong in the back pocket of the drivers sitting inside of this 52 machine. Kevin Dick taking control early here from North Wilkesboro, snatching the U.S. Veterans Pole Award, leading every lap so far here tonight. And what's the fuel strategy going to be? I would expect to see everybody coming to pit road at the end of this stage, as we are just about 8 laps away from the end of stage number 1. It will be a long 40 laps on the fuel and tires, so I would expect to see most of this field coming to pit road, but we could see a little strategy play from some of the drivers towards the tail end of this field. How about Mark Bruning in that 61 machine? He is still on the lead lap, sitting back in 11th. He was on the pit road under our latest caution back at lap number 21 is when that 61 Toyota Tundra came to pit road. Bruning may be able to play a little bit of strategy games here at the end of stage number 1. We'll keep our eye open for that, but how about the story of the night so far here? Look at it right there. Left-hand side of your screen, you gotta go down to the bottom though. The 33 of Chris Scala listed 1 lap down here tonight. Championship contender in trouble. He's joined by another championship competitor, Zach Lennon, right there in his 74 Tundra. He is also off of the lead lap, but he is 2 laps down. Will these drivers try to pull a strategy? Scala's in position to grab that lucky dog, but if you're the 74 and his crew, what do you do here? Do you stay out trying to get a wave around at the end of stage number 1 and then hope for a quick caution to get yourself back on the lead lap? The 74 in big trouble early here from North Wilkesboro. Race leader out to almost a 1-second advantage, so we'll jump back to the battle for second. Andrew Moore, AJ Green still going at it. Andrew Moore going to grab that second spot away. Green going to slide back into third. Ryan Nicoletta able to get by Lance Hill moments ago. Back for P6 on track. We've got a battle starting to develop. 4th and 5th on the racetrack. There we see Anthony Keys, Colin Forrester both going at it. Nick will cross the line this time around and give us just 3 to go here in stage number 1. The Wise Guy Racing Graphics stage 1 win on the line in just a handful of laps. Back down into turn number 1 we go. We've got 2 laps remaining here in stage number 1. Let's jump to the race leader. There you can see that Facebook custom painted diecast 52 machine work his way off of turn number 4 back across the line. Final lap here in stage number 1, and he's just got himself a handful of corners. Got to make it through 3 and 4 one more time, but it does look like that 52 of Kevin Dick will walk away with the stage win. The Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win does indeed belong to the 52 of Kevin, as we see that Tacom Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC caution flag fly for the 3rd time here tonight, but not for an on-track incident. We've only had two incidents so far here tonight. 1 race leader all night long dominating the first stage and walking away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win is that 52 of Kevin Dick. So he's got the pole position. He's now got a stage win. Will he be able to continue this pace at the front? We'll have to wait to find out. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break as drivers make their way to pit road. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside as the field makes their way off of turn number 4. We've had a handful of drivers stay out to lead a lap here. So we're now going to have 3 lead changes amongst 3 different race leaders. 3 caution flags, 1 being for your Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win, walking away with the stage win after snatching the pole. Was that 52 of Kevin Dick? Will the Chevy Silverado keep it at the front and dominate stage 2 as well? We'll have ourselves about 50 laps or so to find out. Pace truck down and away. Field coming to the restart box and all the gas. Green flag flies. Once again here from North Wilkesboro Speedway, lap number 47 underway. Out of the 200 scheduled in tonight's official race distance, Scott Wise with a good pass on the restart. Let's go back here. Wise able to pick up a position on Frank Reese. Reese gonna fall back to the 11th position out of your top 10. But how about this battle at the front, 2-3 wide as the 77 goes to the top of the speedway. New race leader. Once again, 4 lead changes, 4 different race leaders, 14 able to get by as well. Kevin Dick may be saving some tires, maybe saving some fuel. This is the most trouble we've seen that 52 have, as now yet another driver going to make his way around on the high side. Are we seeing the line move to the top? We'll drop that timing and scoring down for you over there on the left-hand side of your screen. Let you follow along with the gaps just like we do right here up in the production booth track side here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Race number 2, round 2 in the season championship here for the Blown Piston Racing Leagues Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Construction off of turn number 4. This time by walking away is Andrew Moore. Anthony Keys not letting him go just yet. That Dynamark 14 machine looking to grab the top spot as everybody's chasing Andrew Moore at the front of this field. Just over a quarter of the way through tonight's race, Andrew Moore has taken advantage of the restart and grabbed the race lead away from a dominant 52 of Kevin Dick, as now Kevin falling way back in the field, all the way back to that 9th position. You gotta ask yourself if this is some kind of race strategy to try to make his way all the way to the stage end without having to come to pit road. We'll have to watch that, keep our eyes on that one. Lots of action going on here. Andrew Moore, Anthony Keys first and second, Cullen Forrester running in third, AJ Green back there in 4th position. That's got Rookie of the Year standings implications, also Championship 4 implications, as AJ Green still fighting for his championship life, fighting for his hopes and dreams here. Came into tonight's race 2 points behind the cutoff line. So on the outside looking in, AJ Green looking to have a fine night here tonight under, well, we're not under the lights at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Friday night racing right here for the Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series. Ryan Nicoletta will round out your top 5. Lance Hill, Mark Bruning, Jim Thorndike, Scott Wise. Kevin Dick now all the way back in 10th position. I don't know, for him to fall that far, I'm thinking there's a strategy being played here, and we just don't know about it yet. We really don't know what that fuel cell holds here. And that quick caution that this 74 of Zach Helena needed. You can see driver's side scraped up quite a bit after contact with that inside Armco barrier. Oh, we've got a caution, trouble on the track. Lance Hill has some trouble, the 39. There you can see the DoorDash Toyota getting straightened out on track. And, well, let's go high above the track. Let's go check the drone cam. Catching it a little bit late right there already was their contact. We'll take a look here, and oh no, just with some trouble on the front stretch. Maybe a late exit. Got that 39 a little bit loosened. We will head under caution once again here tonight. Fourth caution of the evening. Here at North Wilkesboro Speedway, back to the front with your race leader. The 77 of Andrew Moore leads Anthony Keys, Colin Forrester, AJ Green, with Brian Nicoletta rounding out your top 5. And we said that quick caution that he needed wasn't going down. And how about that right there, man? Gonna snatch the YJ Esports lucky dog position. Give himself a fighting chance once again. Championship contender Zach Halanen back on the lead lap. The YJ Esports lucky dog falling right when he needed it. Trouble early here tonight. Now he will get himself back on the lead lap. A chance to pit. I don't think he's going to go get fresher. Well, he might get fresher tires. Last time he was on pit road was way back at lap number 22. So well behind the field on the fresh tire count. And Halanen does come to pit road. So we'll head back to the front with your race leader, Andrew Moore, snatching that top spot when we got back green flag racing at the end of stage number 1. He's led a handful of laps here, still looking to try to close in on Kevinick in that laps led department, who is going to walk away with the Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award here tonight for leading the most laps. The Martin Sports Hard Charger belongs to Colin Forrester right now, up 6 positions here. So a very fluid race here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. A lot of different things going on, a lot of different things happening. And we're going to look into that New Age Limited Speed Demon Award still, see if it's still being held by Kevinick. And it looks like it is an 1872 is that New Age Limited Speed Demon time for the time being. We'll see if these drivers can get it any faster here tonight. Andrew Moore turning in an 1877 and 1875 turned in by Anthony Key. So both of those drivers right on the doorstep of snatching and taking away that New Age Limited Speed Demon Award. Man, it's gonna get good. I'm telling you. You'll see the long train of drivers coming off of turn number 4. There goes that Chevy Silverado pace truck and all the gas. Green flag flies once again, coming right at you from North Wilkesboro. Drivers through turn 1. You can see them all going through. Turn 2 down the backstretch and into 3 and 4. Everybody chasing Andrew Moore. At the front of this field, drivers making their way back across the start-finish line, back into the corner once again. At a turn number 2, Moore still leads this field. Jump around a little bit while we can, like it's the House of Pain right here, right in the eye of a Kurt Fulker. There you can see the 59 of Brian Nicoletta down on the bottom of the racetrack, looking to make a pass. Will this Chevy beat out that Toyota at the top, but no, Mark Bruning having none of it. The 21 Pineapples, the Toyota Tundra of Mark Bruning keeping that 5th position. Whoa, little bit tail happy. Coming up out of the corner that time by Minuteman on the gas just a little bit early. Now Bruning will have to defend that position. Can he keep the 61 wound up and keep that 5th position away from Ryan Nicoletta, the 59, still trying to take that spot, and looks like they'll stay side by side as Jim Thorndike and Scott Wise both join this battle. We've got a 3-truck battle going on just out in front of this group. Anthony Keys, Colin Forrester, AJ Green going at it. 2nd, 3rd, 4th on the speedway as Andrew Moore says, go ahead, boys. Y'all fight it out. I'm good up here leading this race. Andrew Moore out to a half a second advantage so far here tonight. Looks like a little bit of trouble on track for the 37 of Frank Reese. He does get into pit road. No caution needed. We stay green flag racing here from North Wilkesboro. Nicoletta able to get by Bruning now, trying his hand at the inside. Passes that 13 of Jim Thorndike, and you gotta watch putting the power down. You gotta watch jumping to the throttle a little bit too early, especially down there on the bottom of the racetrack. But if you're Bruning, you know you got that driver to the inside, trying to utilize that short way around. Oh, no slide job. We'll keep it side by side back into 3 once again. Now that inside lane prevailing, catfishing for Jim Thorndike, and he's going to walk away with a big boy here tonight. Move Thorndike up into the 6th position, now tying Colin Forrester for that Martin Sports Hard Charger award, both up 6 positions. Thorndike started in 12th. Forrester back in 9th, so those two drivers beginning to come back together as it looks like Bruning having a little bit of a struggle for some race pace here. 31 of Scott Wise now looking to the bottom of the racetrack. 39 of Lance Hill becoming a factor in this battle. Let's jump back to that 2nd, 3rd, 4th battle on the racetrack. Up near the front as Andrew Moore leading by almost a 1 second advantage. Anthony Keys cannot break away from Forrester or Green, and whoa, tail happy. A lot of truck drivers having some issues with the tail ends of these trucks getting awful light on corner exit. We've seen it happen to multiple drivers, multiple crews here tonight. Gonna have to address that issue as Andrew Moore has got that clean air. He has stepped away. Race lead now over 1 second. And as these three drivers battle for podium positions, let's jump back here to this battle raging on. Jim Thorndike, Lance Hill right there. There's Scott Wise, a little bit of a struggle. Looks like Mark Bruning having some troubles off of turn 2 as well. Jacob Drift all up in the mix. Here's that 52 of Kevin Dick. Has he been saving fuel back here? Well off of the pace, about a half a second off on the lap time. Is that 52 of Kevin Dick your stage 1 winner? Is it all a game? Is it all a ploy to save enough fuel to try to make it all the way to the end of stage number 2 here? Stage number 2 will come to an end at about 21 to 22 laps is all we have left to get to that Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast stage number 2 ending, taking lap number 80 this time around is Andrew Moore, 1.5 second advantage as that battle for 2nd and 3rd heats up. We've got side-by-side action now as the 45 looks to the inside. Colin Forrester trying to take the position away from Anthony Keys. Keys using that middle lane through 3 and 4. It works for the moment. Side-by-side at the line and back into turn number 1. Battle going to continue. A little bit of a slide off of the bottom, and that's going to hurt the chances of that 45, and we're going to go 3 wide with a lap car. Everybody makes it through, no problems, no issues, no worries or concern. Bottom of the racetrack still catfishing is that Dairy Queen 45 of Colin Forrester. Forrester working hard to make the pass. He's going to have to earn it here. Anthony Keys not going to give him any slack or any break. As we cross the line, lap number 83 now goes on the board. Less than 20 laps remaining here in stage number 2. Andrew Moore looking to pad his back pocket with these laps led. He's on the cusp of tying those laps led by Kevin Dick in stage number 1. Stage 2 just a little bit longer, about 20 laps longer to be exact. That's 77 all over. the lap count, the laps led count, I should say here. Clarify that just a little as the battle for second continues. Let's jump back here once again. Closest battle on the raceway, biggest battle on track as well. 14 of Anthony Keys still giving Forrester a fit. AJ Green, his Dairy Queen Motorsports teammate, right behind him in that 43 machine. Gotta be a little bit frustrating because that 43 of Green looks to be a tick faster than both of these trucks in front. But what do? You don't want to tap your teammate down there on the bottom of the racetrack, give him any type of shove getting down into the corner. That's just going to hurt his chances, probably make him super loose on corner exit. You don't really want to be at the top and give any type of a draft advantage to that 14. So in a little bit of a precarious situation is the 43 of AJ Green for the time being. Looks like Scotty Brown going to bring his 74 F-150 to pit road this time around. Lap number 89. Brown hits pit road. And unfortunately for this man right here, Zach Kalinin, we talked about him. He grabbed that YJ Esports lucky dog positions moments ago and got himself back on the lead lap. He has since struggled with some pace and fallen back off of the lead lap once again. One lap down here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway as we've got less than 10 to go in stage 2. Zach Kalinin looking for yet another lucky dog. Things have sorted themselves out just a little bit here. Second, third, fourth on the speedway. As Colin Forrester leads AJ Green, Anthony Keys falling back into that fourth position, so giving up 2 spots after a long, heavy, heated battle at the front. Your podium drivers changing up just a little bit here as we've got ourselves just 7 laps remaining here in stage number 2. What do you say as we close in on that halfway point? We go ahead and give you your driver highlights and spotlights, your mid-race rundown here from North Wilkesboro Speedway, making his way off of turn number 4 and across the start and finish line, leading tonight's race. He's your 4th different leader here tonight from North Wilkesboro. He is your Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award holder right now for leading the most laps so far. Andrew Moore in that 77 leads this field. How about the man running in second, in control of the Wise Choice of the Martin Sports Hard Charger Award here, up 7 positions from where he started. Driver out of Jacksonville, Colin Forrester, runs in the second position. His teammate right behind him, championship driver, leading the Rookie of the Year standings, the 43 of AJ Green with a solid run here in stage 2. Green sits in third. How about the man right here in that Dynamark Serve Pro 14 machine? Anthony Keys looking to have a good night here tonight. Keys also one of those championship drivers. Sitting pretty coming into tonight's race, 10 points ahead of the cutoff line. He just needs a solid top 5 to pretty much set himself up to point his way into the final race and championship night. Anthony Keys runs in 4th. The man right behind him begin to come up into the picture and put his hand in the hat to move forward. Ryan Nicoletta in that Chevy Silverado, the Turnkey Automation Golf Racing Fuels sponsored 59 of Nicoletta will round out your top 5. Want to go back to mention this man right here. He walked away with the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. Also walked away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. Kevin Dick sits outside of your top 5 in the 8th position. That's going to do it for your driver highlights and spotlights. Let's get to that mid-race report. 15 drivers took to the starting grid here tonight. We've still got 14 out there on the track, but only 11. Make that now 10 drivers left on the lead lap as Mark Bruting falls off the lead lap. And we will see Matt DeCobb, the Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC Stage 2 caution flag fly. There it is. And Andrew Moore walks away with some points. Points ain't really gonna matter for Moore, though. He's looking for a race win to secure his spot into the championship race at Nashville in just 2 short weeks. So as drivers begin to slow down, they'll catch up to that Chevy Silverado. We're just past the halfway point, and we will get ready for the long run to the end here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Drivers all elected to come to pit road. We're going to step away, pay some of the final few bills. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back live here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Back trackside right as the green flag flies here to open up the final stage of tonight, the long run to the checkered flag. Andrew Moore restarted this race at the front, and he begins to walk away once again. Moore leading Forrester, Keys, AJ Green, Kevin now making his way back on the scene. I don't know what he was doing there in stage number 2, but maybe just keeping the truck clean enough to make a run forward here as we are green flag racing at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Race number 2 here in round 2 for the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Construction. The pole award and both stages have been handed out. We've got to figure out who's going to walk away with the front man award, that Speed Demon award here tonight, as well as the Money Sports Horn Charger Award. Let's go ahead and throw some of that timing and scoring information up for you once again to the left-hand side of your screen. Ford's got company at the front. Forrester, Keys, Green, and Dick not letting them get away. Forrester looks for the inside. Not going to get there just yet. And what a battle, what a race here for the race lead as Andrew Moore leads Colin Forrester, AJ Green right there. Anthony Keys in that 14 Serve Pro Dynamorph machine. He's looking to get to victory lane as well. In contact, 43 goes around. He's sideways. And AJ Green's night just got a little bit worse. I believe we do have an overhead camera shot of this one. Let's go check the replay. It looks like coming off the front end of that 52. And it looks like Kibnick trying to whoa up, make sure that 43 can save the truck. Maybe some unintentional contact there between the 52 and 43. Unfortunately for AJ Green, he's going to bear the brunt of that contact as the 5th caution flag flies here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. We'll jump back to the front once again with your race leader. We apologize. Your 6th caution of the night. 4th for an on-track incident. 2 caution flags coming out to signify the end of stage number 1. Going to Kevin Nick walking away with that Wise Guy Racing Graphics stage number 1 win. Moments ago, laps ago, we seen Andrew Moore take the top spot in that Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast stage number 2. The important stage is upon us. What you got, what you grab if you're one of these championship Great 8 contenders. Doesn't matter. Those points don't carry over into championship night. You're just looking to walk away with a race win and secure, solidify, and punch your ticket to Nashville with a shot at the for a shot at the championship trophy. And as we keep saying Nashville here, we keep getting little pokes over beside us here. Keep getting jabs in the elbow. Wondering if we're mistaking here, and we're not. No, Nashville. I believe it is Nashville Fairgrounds will host the Truck Series Championship race, while the Nashville Super Speedway will host the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series Championship coming up also in just about, well, we'll call it 3 Sundays from now. We've got to get through this race weekend before we're left to just 2 more weeks. So some quick championship action coming at you very shortly from this Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series as well as Clash Series on Sunday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And as we find ourselves with a bit of a moment, sometimes to talk about it if you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. As always, make sure you drop them that thumbs up. Join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. And again, show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell, get notified anytime we go live here at the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you slide by. And sliding by this field and back to pit road is that Chevy Silverado pace truck on the gas quick. Up through the gears, grabbing second, third into the corner now. Andrew Moore looking to keep that top spot. He's in control of the Wise Guy Racing. I apologize, the Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award, and we've got trouble once again on the track, and it looks like a fellow Dairy Queen Motorsports driver may be involved in this one. Let's go back. We're not quite sure seeing what's going on. There's Kevin Dick. Oh, no! Kevin Dick smoking here. We've got trouble on track. Let's go see if we can't see what happened here in just... Oh, my gosh. Did you see the 39? Lance Hill. How? Wow. Beating and banging off the corner exit with the 14, and he clipped that inside wall right in to that 52 of Kevin Dick. This is a big one. This has got a lot of implications, race fans. Let's go back one more time here. And there's the contact between those drivers. 59 catches the piece to 52. Mark Bruning locking it up. Oh, a little bit of contact with that inside guardrail. So this one catches a handful of drivers. At least 4 truck drivers caught up involved in this latest incident. It's going to be our 5th caution for on-track trouble as we watch that 52 down on pit road. He's going to have a lengthy stay to get that truck fixed up and back out on track. But again, those race wins, something that as a driver you're looking to grab. Walking away with a race win to open round number 2 last week at Texas Motor Speedway. That 52 of Kevin, he's got himself secured and into the final round. He is one of your 4 drivers that will race it out for a championship at Nashville. So he's got that to fall back on if this ends up being a terminal accident here tonight. Chaos on the track at lap 118 brings us back behind the pace car once again. Kevin Dick with some big trouble, but fortunate to fall back on a previous race win. Chris Scala in some of the biggest trouble here tonight. Scala still trying to get his machine back out there on the track. He is still listed on pit road. He is multiple laps down. I want to say about 35 laps down now. Is that 33 of Scala, and he is going to be in a must-win situation after he leaves the track here tonight. Came in tied in that cutoff line position, and with Scala finishing right now, looks to be walking away with final place points. He's gonna have his hands full at Pocono next week. Drivers got their hands full right now with Andrew Moore. He grabbed the top spot, has not looked back up through the gears. Once again, green flag flies from North Wilkesboro. Nobody able to do anything with that 77 of Andrew Moore as he's able to get on the gas and up through the gears, benefiting from being that control car, the Gulf Racing Fuels Toyota Tundra, keeping it at the front of the field in control of the Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award for leading the most laps here tonight, on the verge of leading almost half of this race here tonight is that 77. But don't count out these Dairy Queen Motorsports driving teammates, Colin Forrester, AJ Green. Both drivers were in the Sweet 16, battling to get to the Great 8, and here we are, one of them in, one of them out, but both inside of your top 3 positions, both hounding and haunting your racing right off of the rear deck lid of Andrew Moore, the Toyota Tundra driver, still out there leading tonight's race. Let's take a look off of the tail end. Let's look back at the drivers trying to grab that top spot away from this 77 of Andrew Moore. And man, it just keeps getting closer and closer. Getting into the corner and off corner exit, man, that 45 really rolls the center well. He's able to dive deep down into the corner and keep the truck up underneath him, get a good forward bite up and out of the corner. And oh, here we go, a little bit of a miss of the line there for the 45, and that's going to cost him a little bit of time now as Moore able to step just away, just about a 10th gained last time around. We've got some battles going on back here near the tail end of this field. Let's go back just inside of your top 10. Mark Bruning running in 6th. Zach Lane right there in 74 with a good recovery here tonight, sitting in that 7th position. Anthony Keys, we seen him moments ago involved with the 39 of Lance Hill, that drawn out for trouble on track. 14 of Keys now all over that right side of Lanin, looking to take a position away. Mark Bruton will skate down the backstretch and back down into turn number 3, bottom of the racetrack once again for Bruning, and whoa, man, sideways does not describe the ride for the 14th that time around. Anthony Keys almost completely sideways through the corner. Somehow kept that Serpro Dynamark 14 straight and headed in the right direction. Keys looking to rebound from being involved in that last on-track incident. Keys back inside the top 10. He's running in second. Close battle right here on screen. Mark Burney, Anthony Keys, Zach Lana. There's Jacob Drift, the Drift King, sponsored 15 Chevy Silverado sitting back and running. There he is right there trying to gain a handful of positions. Scott Wise in the 31. He had some trouble earlier here tonight. Wise listed as the last driver on the lead lap. There you can see that 31 machine just out of reach from the 15 of Drift, who's off in front. Looks like there is some right side damage on that 31 of Scott Wise. The G-Force Graphics Toyota Tundra looking to grab a handful of positions, and we've got side-by-side action now as Mark Bruning starting to falter. The 14 able to get by. Whoa, big wiggle from Bruning that time out of 2. We're going to go just a little bit further forward. Well, we don't have to. Whoa! Bruning almost goes around. How did he save it? Wow. Big moment there for the 21 Pineapple 61 Toyota Tundra of Mark Bruning. All sorts of out of shape down the backstretch. Got into the grass and somehow kept it out of that inside retaining wall, that inside guardrail. Bruning's going to have an uphill climb from here on out. What do you say we jump back front with your race leaders, your top 3, still running with each other, but it's more about the battle for second and third. Colin Forrester and AJ Green going at it as they head through 1 and 2 this time around. Tell you what, why don't we go on board now with AJ Green, get a little look from inside the cockpit. Let you see just what these drivers are seeing. We'll go to one of our gyro cams here. Let you feel a little bit of the banking as there you can see the 37 Menards machine piloted by Frank Reese, top of the speedway. Reese down multiple laps here tonight, down 20 plus laps as race leaders make their way down to the bottom of the racetrack, riding on board with the 43 of AJ Green. Yet another great camera shot here tonight. Looking back now from AJ Green, looking back at Jim Thorndike and Ryan Nicoletta trying to make their way up through the field. What a turn of events for the driver running in that 4th position tonight, huh? Race fans, Jim Thorndike starting outside of your top 10. Let's go give this man some credit here tonight. Inside that Chicago Blackhawk sponsored 13 Chevy Silverado, making his way into the top 5 for the first time here tonight, up 8 positions. He takes over control of the Martin Sports Hard Charger Award. Up 8 positions is Jim Thorndike, running just inside your top 5. Thorndike in 4th, looking for more. Thorndike and Ryan Nicoletta both going to have to make up about 2 seconds if they're going to want to battle it out for a podium position. AJ Green about 2 seconds out in front of these 2 trucks, trying to run down the front of this field once again. Last time drivers were on the pit road 40 plus laps ago, so look for green flag pit stops to unfold, I would say, in about the next 10 to 15 laps, and it should be the final stop of the night for these Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series drivers. Right here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. We want to give a big shout out to Banner Construction coming on board as the title sponsor this entire season. Can't ask but to work with one of the greatest groups out there. One heck of a season so far here tonight. All year and race here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway, as it looks like Mark Bruning with some trouble. Let's go see what has happened to that 61 machine. We'll go back and we'll check the replay. We've got it queued up. Here we go. 61 down into the corner, and I think you're just going to see a slow little lazy spin here. There, well, all right. We'll park it up on the guardrail for a minute. You can't park there, sir. Parking lot's out back. Unfortunately, Bruning with some big trouble, as that's going to lead the field all down pit road. AJ Green will try to beat everybody off of pit road. We'll see if he can get the job done. And no, Andrew Moore will win the race off of pit road and retain the race lead. And just like that, we're going to step away for just a brief caution. But don't worry, race fans, you won't miss any of the action, as we'll be right back with all your green flag action right here from North Wilkesboro Speedway.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're gonna lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
And as promised, back trackside without missing any green flag action here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Now under 50 laps remaining. Andrew Moore keeps the top spot after the race off of pit road. That should be the final time we see these truck drivers down pit road, and green flag flies. Once again, lap 153 now on the board. Hot and heavy battle for that top spot. Great restart for the 45. He's able to keep the truck just to the outside of Andrew Moore. Not able to slide up the track just yet. Oh, almost able to make the pass clear that time by. Will stay side by side for the race lead once again through 1 and 2. More at the bottom. Little bit of a wiggle there. You can see the tail end of the truck get a little bit out of shape. It looks like he may be struggling on these cold tires down on the bottom of the racetrack. Anthony Keys, Ryan Nicoletta, they're going at it. Battle for fifth on the speedway. They've swapped that position around a handful of times. Let's go ahead and throw the time back to the left-hand side of your screen once again. Battle for the race lead continuing on. We've got 2 and 3 wide back behind them as well. We'll take a look at that in just one moment, trying to see what happens with this race lead. How about Ryan Nicoletta, though? He is making some headway at the bottom of the racetrack. Nicoletta listed in 6th, looking for a top 5. We've got 4 or 5 trucks lined up with each other as Colin Forrester, keeping it wound up at the top of the track, will take the race lead. And that will be our 5th lead change amongst 5 different drivers here tonight. Will Andrew Moore be able to get himself back to the front of this field? And it looks like even with losing the race lead at this juncture in the race, with Kevin Dick, the man that walked away and dominated with the stage 1 win to start off tonight's race. The Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award will now belong to that 77 of Andrew Moore. Nobody going to be able to lead more laps than Moore here tonight. But I'm sure he would be willing to give up the most laps led in that stage one for the checkered flag. We'll have to wait to see how it all continues to play out here tonight. 2 championship contenders, nose to tail, off of turn 4, lap numbers 161. Now goes on the board this time around. Very, very close racing action here from the field. 1, 2, 3, all on track, all within a half a second of each other. They've got a 1.5 second advantage over Anthony Keys, who's got Jim Thorndike and Ryan Nicoletta tucked in behind, right behind him. Let's go back here. Battle between Zach Alanin and Scott Wise. Wise closing in, sitting in that 8th position. As we are now down to just 9 drivers left on the lead lap. We've had a few late race retirements here tonight. 15 drivers took to the starting grid. We have still got ourselves 12 out on track, but only 9 left on the lead lap. Scott Wise, Jacob Drift, Zach Lanen, all going to be going at it here. Battling 7th, 8th, 9th on the speedway. We'll move a little bit forward on the track. As Helen gonna lose that spot. Scott Wise gonna make his way to the inside. The 37 of Frank Reese, the Menards machine, goes to the top of the speedway. Gives some race room to your lead lap machines. Let's check back in with the Chicago Blackhawks 13 Chevy Silverado of Jim Thorndike as he makes his way down the backstretch, trying to close in on Anthony Keys. Thorndike rounding out your top 5, sitting 7 positions forward from where he started tonight's race from. 13 of Thorndike needs another spot or 2 to snatch back that Martin Sports Hard Charger Award. That belongs to this man right now, up 8 positions so far here tonight. Inside of his Dairy Queen 45 machine, Colin Forrester sitting up 8 positions from where he qualified from here tonight. Your biggest mover of the race so far, Colin Forrester, leading the field with just about 34 laps to go when we cross the line this next time around. 33, I apologize. As lap 168 now goes on the board. Jacob Drift battling with Scott Wise for the 7th and 8th position. They have done away with Zach Halanen. That's not going to be a battle much longer right there, as Halanen will fall back into ninth and slowly begin to lose touch with Drift and Wise. Go back here, watch this battle unfold between Jacob Drift and Scott Wise. There you can see, as long as these 2 truck drivers really get into a hot and heavy battle, that allows the 74 Tundra to close back in. And here's Halanen, just when it looked like he was going to lose touch with this battle for position on the racetrack, he begins to reel him back in. And just as we say that, Drift and Wise go single file and stop the battle. And they begin to step away from the driver behind them. We'll jump around, check in with the front of the field for just a brief moment. Nothing to see there. Still leading this field by over 0.4 of a second is Colin Forrester. AJ Green now sits in second. Andrew Moore back to third. closing in on the door to just 25 laps remaining here tonight. Lap 174 now goes on the board. Drivers well on their way to the checkered flag here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Want to give a big shout out to the Piston Racing League Truck Series presented by Banner Construction for bringing the racing back to North Wilkesboro Speedway. A lot of great excitement around the track coming up over here in the next few months in the great state of North Carolina. Yet another great grassroots track going to be brought back to life. Can't wait to see the cars going around that North Wilkesboro Speedway. But first, we've got to finish tonight's race in the trucks. Dairy Queen Motorsports teammates leading this field 1-2 on the track with Andrew Moore right behind him. Anthony Keys sitting right there in fourth, second, third, fourth on the track. All right where they qualified from here tonight. So not really any big movers or shakers. Besides, the man sitting in first and the man sitting in fifth, both up over 5 positions. Forrester up 8 spots. Thorndike up 7. But Thorndike's got a long way to go to catch up to Anthony Keys. Getting there is going to be one thing, passing Keys. Once he does run him down, or if he runs him down, we should say, is going to be a complete and total another story. With drivers coming to pit lane and getting those fresh tires on lap 148, what do you do if we get a late race caution? Do drivers have any more sets of tires in the pits? Most of this field has only been to pit road 3 times here tonight, so they should have one more set of tires down in the pits should they need them if we get one of those pesky late race cautions. And wow, did you see that 45 go sideways? Absolutely sideways on the track, so no Sunday drive right here for green. As Forrester has a little bit of a wiggle in front of him. Teammates racing hard with each other. You don't want to get into one another, though. You don't want to ruin the night for the team. Although that 43 of AJ Green's probably on the radio, seeing if he can get his spotter to go down there and talk to that 45 and see if they can't swap this position. Green no longer looking to just point his way in. AJ Green looking to secure his spot in the championship with a race win. Colin Forrester unfortunately fell out of contention for the championship at the end of round number 1. So will there be team orders in place here to try to get that 43 locked in with a race win? And if there is race orders here for that 45 to give that position up, or maybe not race his teammate so hard, that's going to open up the door for that 77 of Andrew Moore. He's going to be right there very shortly. As Scott Wise has a little bit of a moment, he's going to lose about 8 seconds or so there with that rough little go he had moments ago. Off of the backstretch, catching a few drivers out is the Tail Happy Trucks here today from North Wilkesboro Speedway. All over his teammates' rear deck lid is that 43 of AJ Green. He is wanting this race win. We'll have 15 to go this time around. Scott Wise with trouble on the front stretch. Scott Wise with trouble on the front stretch, and we asked, what do you do if you get a late race caution? And we're about to find that one out, because drivers, they got the opportunity to come to pit road, but will they? Let's go check the replay and find out what happened to this 31 of Scott Wise. His day may have come to an end with smoke billowing out of the right side of his 31 truck. Just a long little lazy spin until, whoa, Kevin Dick almost caught up and involved in that one. Kevin fighting, scratching, clawing for any point that he can get here tonight. And with a long, lazy spin for that 31, Scott Wise will be heading to pit road. This time around, just a single car caught up and involved in our latest incident here tonight. That's going to be our 9th caution of the evening. 7 for on-track incidents. Still sitting at 5 race leaders with 5 lead changes. 6 lead changes, I apologize. 6 lead changes here tonight. And it looks like everybody's going to stay out on track. We're not seeing anybody inside of the top 5, anybody on the lead lap electing to come down to pit road. Scott Wise, Frank Reese, Kevin Dick, all to pit road. And again, if you're that 52, you're well behind the field now. You're 30 plus laps down. I mean, you go out there, you get yourself some fresh tires, and you try to secure and make sure nobody can snatch away that New Age Limited Speed Demon Award. Because if you're able to capture that, that's going to keep a little bit of points and money out of the back pocket of your fellow competitors. So always looking for the bright side of a bad day. The 52 Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast machine headed to pit road. He's got those 4 fresh tires. Will it be enough for him to improve that fast time here tonight? Fast time still belonging to Kevin Dick here during a race conditions. So in control of that New Age Limited Speed Demon Award is Kevin Dick, but he is not going to be in any shape to go after a checkered flag here tonight. As these Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series drivers double it up. Teammates at the front. Will we see a teammate orchestrated restart and all the gas? A little bit of a wiggle getting up through the gears for that 43 at the bottom of the racetrack, and that's going to allow Anthony Keys to dive into the corner on the high side, and he looks to take second away, and he's going to do so. By the time they get to 3, Anthony Keys, the seas have parted. Here comes Andrew Moore. A little bit of a push, I believe, on the tail end of that 43. Will the favor be repaid? Back down into the corner, 3rd, 4th, 5th on the racetrack, all nose to tail. Drivers trying to chase down Colin Forrester at the front. And I'm telling you, things going to get hot and heavy right here. 2nd, 3rd, 4th on the racetrack. Big push out of 4 for that 14. Opens up the door to the bottom of the racetrack for the 77. Side by side off of 2. Still side by side as they head through the center of 3 and 4. Now off of the corner exit and back to the line. No real clear-cut advantage for either of these drivers, but a definite advantage for that 45 of Colin Forrester. He's beginning to build that gap with just 7 to go. He's got 7/10 on this field. Andrew Moore finally able to complete the pass on that 14 of Anthony Keys, and AJ Green now embroiled in this battle. Green gonna slowly but surely take that 3rd position away. Will 5 laps be enough for either of the drivers running 2nd and 3rd to run down your race leader? Last time around, Forrester well over a 10th faster than both of the drivers running in 2nd and 3rd here. So is clean air that big? Was the clean air that big here tonight? Because we've seen it where truck drivers got out front and then just kind of stayed there. There wasn't a whole lot of anything anybody could do unless there was a mix-up and a mistake by your race leader. With just 3 laps remaining here tonight, Colin Forrester looks to snatch away a race win from your championship competitors. Man, what a way to get the job done here tonight after falling short from moving on to stage number 2 right here with popsicle sticks on display last time around. Colin Forrester looks for his second win on the season, and here we go. Coming to the line this time. Off of the corner exit across the stripe, white flag flies. Final lap here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Your white flag being brought to you by Banner Construction. Down into turn number 3 for the final time. Colin Forrester makes his way off of turn 4, and he will capture the checkered flag here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. AJ Green catching the second as Andrew Moore rounds out your podium drivers. And man, what a night. Andrew Moore needed a good finish. AJ Green needed a good finish. Both drivers getting good finishes. The point standing is going to be a big mix-up after everything's calculated here tonight. Enjoying a little bit of a post-race celebration. Burning it down for the fans in the stands with the smoke show here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Colin Forrester snatches the race lead and walks away with a checkered flag. Speaking of walking away, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break, get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And we are back trackside once again at the conclusion of another great race here with the Blue Piston Racing League Truck Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. Let's see if we can dial up and have a few words with some of the drivers that walked away in the podium positions here tonight. Tell you what, let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the man inside of that 77 truck. Andrew, it's Dave. You got me?
Yep.
Hey, man. How you doing? How you feeling after another solid podium here tonight in absolutely dominating there in stage number 2 and walking away with the stage win?
Yeah, it felt good. Kevin didn't take tires there, and he was probably the best truck all night. So I had an opportunity there to lead some laps, and I just kept getting further out ahead. Too bad we had to stop.
I was going to say, you had to come to a stop there at the end of stage number 2. We had a late race caution. Was there any time that you may have thought about coming to pit road with that caution flew with about 20 to go?
No, I kind of wish that didn't come out. I was saving a little bit for the end, saving some tires, and that just took some heat out of everybody's tires there.
Absolutely.
But I used all my tires up at that point.
So no more tires in the pits, huh?
Yeah, that was it. I had to work with what I had.
Oh, man, yeah, I hate when that happens, but you know, sometimes things are a blessing in disguise, but unfortunately tonight you're going to fall just a little bit short. But with some of the points gained through tonight's race, Andrew, you came into tonight's race sitting right in that cutoff line, really tied with the 33 of Chris Scala. You've got a much better run than he did here tonight. So that should put you in a pretty good situation as we head into the final cutoff race in round number 2. What's your thoughts as we look forward to Pocono?
As long as Kevin or I win, we'll be good. I mean, a top podium finish will be good. Probably 2. I'll probably make it in by points. Somebody else wins. But most comfortable if Kevin or I win, and we just are up front the whole time. It's Pocono, so we're good there.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on the great run here tonight, walking away with the Wise Choice Contracting Front Man Award. Also walking away with the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage number 2 win. So before we let you go and enjoy the race weekends, you want to give any final shout-outs? Thank yous, love yous?
Yep, Pie-Eye Racing, Torque Wrench Motorsports, Kevin, Ryan were here tonight. Kevin actually was coaching us the whole time because we knew he was fastest and we were asking him questions. So props to him to helping us. Too bad he got caught up in that wreck because he was chasing us down. But any friends or family that's watching, my brother, and Dave in the Cave.
All right, my man, Andrew. Well, again, congratulations. And we'll see if we can't catch up with you next week at Pocono or see if we can't talk to you in Nashville.
Thanks, Dave. See ya.
All right, there you have it. Final few words from Andrew Moore. Happy with the podium. Would have liked to see that thing run green flag to the end. He thinks he was a little bit quicker, saving a little bit of those tires for the end of tonight's race. And now let's see if we can grab a few words with the driver inside of that Fast Forward 43 machine. AJ Green, it's Dave. You got me?
I got you.
Hey, man. How you doing? How you feeling? Solid finish here tonight.
No, I'm feeling good. I haven't been top 3 a lot this whole season, so it's pretty nice to be behind a teammate 1-2 and to have a good point stay in the playoffs and finally get a top 3. I think it's like my second one of the season or something like that. Not a lot.
Well, it doesn't matter how many you got. It just matters when you get them, my man. You came into tonight's race just barely outside of the cutoff line, looking in 2 points back. A podium finish here tonight that should catapult you into a good situation. Still going to have to run well next week. What's your thoughts as we move to Pocono? Can we expect this 43 to be one of those championship 4?
Yes. Pocono is the tricky triangle, as they call it. I think you might have to shift down in a couple corners on the trucks. I'm not sure. I'll definitely do some practice next week to get familiar with the track, and we should run well and hopefully be top 3 again. We'll see.
Well, AJ, I don't know if you've paid close attention to this one. The Rookie of the Year standings, you came into tonight's race 13 points ahead of Colin Forrester, your teammate finishing just in front of you, man. This thing's going to come down to the wire. Man, how tough is it to be running for a Rookie of the Year and it be such a close battle with a teammate?
It's definitely tough because you can communicate with each other, but there's only so much that can do when you're running for Rookie of the Year. But it's also, if we both run up front, it's going to come down to a point or two, if depending where someone finishes in the stages or where someone finishes at the end of the race. So it's definitely a nice bit of rivalry between me and Colin, and I think we both enjoy it.
All right, my man. Well, again, AJ, congratulations on the great run this season. Congratulations on the great finish here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Looks to be a home state track for you as well. I know Bowman Gray is a madhouse up there, man. Love the racing there. So some great short track action for us around the Carolina area. But nonetheless, AJ, again, congratulations. Before we let you go, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, shout out to Colin for winning. Only teammate in the race. 1-2. Good for DQ. Shout out to my parents. They're watching. Shout out to you for broadcasting and Scott for putting on the league.
All right, my man. Well, if that's it, we won't hold you any longer. We'll let you get on with your weekend and have some fun. Great race here tonight, and we'll see if we can catch up with you and Pocono.
Thank you. Hopefully.
All right, there you have it. Final few words from AJ Green walking away in second here tonight in a big-time battle for a championship spot, in a big-time battle with a teammate for that Rookie of the Year standings. And now that will move us right on along. Let's see if we can't dial up his teammate inside of that 45 machine. Colin, it's Dave. Man, victory lane smells good, don't it?
Definitely, yes, sir.
Man, great race, great run. Talk us through how you got that race lead.
Man, I mean, honestly, I just really had to get on the outside of Andrew up there. I knew that was going to be the key. Because if you pinch him down to the bottom, it's going to be super hard on the tires, just being able to get the run off the corner, too. And I knew if I could just pinch him down on one of the restarts before, there was like a big crash on the backstretch. I got to his outside, and I thought that was going to be my last chance there because I thought he was going to take the outside, but he wound up not, and I was just able to get to his outside and just not really smooth sailing from there, but I just managed to stay in the lead there at the end, and the lead is very powerful here, especially on a track like this, hard to pass.
Yeah, Clean Air seemed to be king here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. With Clean Air being king at a short track, what do you think the Clean Air is going to do next week when we hit Pocono? And what's the strategy for yourself, being, you know, your teammates right behind you, vying for a shot in the championship but you two are also battling for that Rookie of the Year championship. So what do you do there if you give up some positions to a teammate to help him out? You may be hurting yourself in the Rookie of the Year standing. So how do you tackle that task?
I mean, we're just gonna race each other like we normally do, whether I'm in the playoffs and he's not in the playoffs, or he's in the playoffs and he's not, or I'm not. But we just race each other hard every week. We race clean, and just best one wins. But next week, honestly, I don't think the Clean Air is going to be as useful because the draft is going to be so big on the straightaways, longer straightaways in NASCAR. So the draft is going to be super important, and just trying to keep with the momentum, honestly, is just the main thing, because trucks at Pocono are usually pretty wide open. Not pretty wide open, but like a lot of on-throttle time there. So it's definitely going to be more of a momentum race, and the races like this where you just kind of like got to hold your lane and just protect certain lanes, that you just are able to keep the lead very easily.
Well, we couldn't agree with you more there, especially with that draft, the draft opinion, as well as the being able to take lanes away at a short track. That is a big time factor as well. But Colin, congratulations walking away with the top spot here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Your second race win this season. Before we let you go and enjoy the celebrations, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yes, sir. Thank you to my dad for watching. I know he's watching right now. Shout out to all my teammates at DQ Motorsports, Curtis, Kevin, and AJ. Me and AJ got the 1-2 tonight. Also, shout out to you for doing the broadcast. I'm sure you're doing a great job like usual. I look forward to going back to it. And also, final shout out to everyone in the league for having me. Look forward to these races every Friday, and I know we only got 2 more, but hopefully it's good last 2.
Absolutely. Well, Colin, again, congratulations on the race-winning performance here tonight. We'll see if you can duplicate it at Pocono. Maybe steal another win or 2 away from these championship contending drivers. Again, congratulations. Stay safe and keep it fast at the front, and we'll look to catch up with you next week at Pocono.
All right, yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Final words from Forrester, and he said, it don't matter. We racing it out here, man. It doesn't matter. We race things out at Dairy Queen Motorsports. As you can tell, nobody with, I'm going to say nobody with team orders to give up a spot. Forrester keeps himself on the point and walks away with the race win here tonight. Also walks away with that Martin Sports Hard Charger Award, up 8 positions from where he qualified from. So that's something that's going to come up into the mix when it comes to that Rookie of the Year standings fight. Man, a lot of things getting shaken up here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway, the historic track right here in the great state of North Carolina, holding another great race. And as you can hear in the background, producers hitting those buttons, letting the tunes go, letting you know that it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results right here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Race number 2, round number 2. The Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series presented to you by Banner Construction. Walking away with the Hard Charger Award, walking away with the checkered flag. Colin Forrester parks it in victory lane. AJ Green will finish tonight's race back in second. Andrew Moore rounds out your podium drivers in the 3rd position. Anthony Keys back in 4th with Ryan Nicoletta finishing 5th. 13 of Jim Thorndike finishes tonight's race back in 6th position. 7th place belongs to the 15 of Jacob Drift. The Drift King had a little bit of a rough go here tonight. He'll finish outside of the top 5 back in 7th. Zach Kalanen back in 8th. 9th place belongs to the 31 of Scott Wise. And rounding out your top 10 here tonight from North Wilkesboro Speedway is the 37 of Frank Reese. U.S. Veterans Pole Award winner and Stage 1 winner. 52 of Kevin Dick has some troubles caught up on an on-track incident, and he will finish back in 11th. Mark Bruning sliding away from North Wilkesboro in 12th, 13th tonight to Lance Hill. 33 of Chris Scala with some big-time trouble. Championship contender in trouble. He's going to be in a must-win situation next week at Pocono. Scala walks away 14th. 15th and final spot in the running order here tonight belongs to that 70 of Scotty Brown. And as always, big tip of the cap to our race control and admin just down the hall, Curtis Kelly, pulling the admin duties here tonight. And that's going to do it for the rundown. And we're going to begin to cut off the lights and roll up the cord. So as always, my friends, if you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000. Show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, or family. We appreciate each and every one of you. And with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.